Hello everybody, Joel here. So I've been working on the backyard patio, working on a ground level deck, and I haven't been in the shop a whole lot this year yet. We're coming into the middle of July, but I came back in here the other day after cutting a few boards, and I noticed these brown spots on my table saw. And for me, the table saw is kind of the centerpiece of the shop. I've got this jet. I actually picked this up at a Menards. And the Menards manufacturing facility, they actually build their end caps and cash register wraps and all sorts of different things at this facility in Minnesota. And they had this table saw on Craigslist, so I went down and picked it up, got it for a really good deal. It's been used, heavily used, but I put a new motor in it, and it works fantastic. And these brown spots are rust marks, of course. Maybe some of you will recognize them. But I was just appalled. Absolutely drives me nuts to see rust marks on the table saw. And I had to think for a second, where did they come from? Well, I had some treated lumber resting on them. I had come in to make some cuts, a couple of rips for my ground level deck. And this piece happened to be sitting right here. You can see the evidence proves that one was sitting there. And then I had, I don't know if it was this 2x6 or not, but that piece was just sitting right there. And these boards were so wet that they just leached out into the steel and left rust marks. And I didn't even notice it when I had taken the boards away, probably because it was all beaded up in moisture still, maybe. But then when I come in a couple days later, there it is. So I'm going to work on getting these rust marks removed, and I'll take you along for the ride. So usually what I'll use to hit these rust spots is just spritz it with some water and use some wet dry sandpaper. And go ahead and just kind of work it in, get them sanded out. Usually takes them right out. Take a clean rag. So you can kind of see that outline. Hit it a few more times. Usually you can get that right out of there. I'm going to hit it a few more times. say, it's all about elbow grease. Suppose you could use a power sander on this too, orbital sander maybe, of an air powered sander. But I kind of like to be able to feel it as I'm sanding it. Not too bad. You can still see the outline a little bit. But it is smooth as silk in here. So I'm going to wipe the table down really nice. Make sure all the debris is off, the water off. Make sure the power is off to your saw so you don't accidentally cut a finger. So then I like to take some silicone lubricant here, and I just hit the top with that. Makes things slide really nice, a little bit of a protectant. Then I'll just give that a little, just a light little wipe. Oh, that feels good. Just like Clark Griswold and his lubricated disc slide. I'm going to hit this side with the sandpaper. I can feel just a few little bumps and so on. Usually ends up as a storage table also. If you're like me, your table saw ends up to be like the kitchen island sometimes. I'm just going to go ahead and hit that with the sandpaper a little bit. Smart person would have done it before they sprayed it with silicone, but obviously I didn't. Oh yeah. Much better. All right, there you have it. Let's see if I've got a piece of scrap wood. Nice. Oh yeah. Not too bad. Well, thank you for watching. Hope this was helpful. Click like, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.